Who first told you to cover up? What if the truth is being bare in nature isn't shameful at all? It's healing, it reconnects you to your body and to the natural world. Welcome back to Hiking Without a Stitch. Get naked, be free, and be kind. I'll share my journey into naturism, stories from the trail, and conversations with others who have found freedom in the open air. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Hiking Without a Stitch. I'm John, your host, and today I'm sitting down with Edward, the creator behind the Nudist Diaries, a blog where he shares his journey into naturism, his experiences at nude beaches, and his artistic exploration of the human body in a completely non-sexual way. In this episode, we talk about the mental health benefits of naturism, the role art plays in changing how we see ourselves, and what community and respect really looks like in nude spaces. This is a real honest conversation about breaking societal taboos and finding comfort in your own skin. So with that, enjoy. Edward, welcome to the show. I'm really glad you're here today.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Do you consider yourself a naturist or nudist?
I don't really like the labels myself, but from what I've seen online, naturist kind of follows more of my path. Mm-hmm. The nudity isn't about just the nudity. It's more about belonging together, or connection and mental health for me. So
absolutely, I've gotten a lot of mental health benefits from it,
mm-hmm.
As well. What are some of the positives you've seen in your own life?
Basically, just a better understanding of who I am,
mm-hmm.
which really settles. I mean, it doesn't fix the confidence in all areas of my life, but it has fixed it in a lot of areas.
Absolutely. Before we take off, do you want to tell listeners a little bit about yourself and kind of where you're joining us from?
Yeah, I live in on the Sunshine Coast, British Columbia, Canada. It's a ferry ride north of Vancouver on the mainland. A lot of people confuse it with Vancouver Island, but it's completely separate from that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But we're still landlocked. There are no roads leading in. We have to take a ferry to Vancouver to get out of here, or go up north and take a ferry from Powell River way up north across to the island. But that's a long trip. So yeah, I've spent a lot of my life nailing down my sexuality, and I went through trying out pretty much everything until I settled on the fact that I just don't get romantic feelings or sexual feelings very often, or if at all, most of the time. So I've come to the grips with the fact that I'm asero, which is asexual, aromantic. I basically go through life I'm not going to say alone, but friendships and relationships that I do are completely platonic. And I get more out of that than I would, I think, out of romantic relationships. So
I see.
And for me, that fits into naturism quite a lot, because I have a perspective for the non-sexual nudity that a lot of people coming in that have lived a sexual life most of their lives do not, or have a hard time trying to wrap their minds around.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to family naturism and youth and stuff in naturism spaces. When you're looking at it from a terms of never seeing a sexual aspect to it, sometimes it's just bizarre how people get so crazy about it.
Yeah,
you just don't understand. You're just like, well, what, why?
Yep. Was that something that you grew up feeling, that feeling of not having attraction or anything?
Yeah, I grew up. I especially noticed it in grade school, later grade school, when all my friends started, becoming interested in girls, I'm old enough that nobody really got same-sex attracted out in the open anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I just noticed that I wasn't like that. I didn't care. I had no real interest, but peer pressure hit. And because of it, I tried to go down the same path without really having an understanding of how that worked. And it led to some problems, especially in my late teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Not being able to really understand a respectful consent kind of thing, that,
Yeah.
um, and once I realized that this was really, not good for anybody, I had to step back and go, what am I doing? Like,
Mm-hmm.
this isn't me. This isn't what I want. This isn't what anybody else wants. So, and that's when I really started noticing bodies for the first time outside, like especially in art. I took some figure drawing classes in high school,
Okay.
and of course, all my classmates, were giggling and jittering, and yet I was just completely focused on the lines and the shapes and I
Mm-hmm.
was just right in there.
Yeah, you were in the zone.
Yeah, and just going, this is great. And then I'm just like, everybody else is just, why are they acting like that?
Yeah.
So I think it helped me quite a lot in pushing me in that direction.
Yeah, before we go much further into
Yeah.
this, and how you got like into non-sexual nudity, I actually want to talk to you about your art for a moment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been spending, some time looking through your blog and the pictures, and they're really, really, really good. And I've really enjoyed kind of looking through your art. How long have you been an artist? You said you took classes in high school.
Yeah. Oh, but since the time I could put pen to paper or macaroni as
Yeah.
as the kindergartners did. My mom still has a couple of old pieces that I did in kindergarten,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
and I just always enjoyed creating. It was pre-internet. That was basically all I did was doodle,
Hmm.
draw, create.
Did has drawing like the nude human form always been something you explored, or is that kind of evolved, later on as you explored non-sexual nudity?
It, from what I remember, it kind of started coming around in early adulthood to late teenagehood. Even though I was fascinated by the figure drawing courses that I took I didn't really have an opportunity to really draw.
Mm.
And anytime I tried to do it freehand, it was just cartoony and I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um, but later on, I guess it was actually when the internet hit and we had what was called Usenet back in the day. I don't know if you know what that is.
I do know what that is.
Yeah. Anyway, so I found a couple of rec.nude or nude.rec. I can't remember the exact. And when I started finding, just normal everyday people out from like the 70s magazines, that's usually what people shared.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, wow, now I have a source to draw from.
Oh,
And
that's awesome. So you
yeah,
use the magazines as...
yeah. So I kind of use pictures like that to try just kind of sketch things out.
Oh, cool.
And from that point, it became more and more of a thing.
Just kept building from there.
Yeah.
I really like your artwork because it shows people of different ages and body types in really natural everyday settings. Is that on purpose, like intentional? Can you talk about like any challenges society's tendency to sexualize nudity? Like, have you had pushback against your art?
I have had pushback. It's rare. And most of the time it comes from sources I never would have thought that it would have come from. Um, I know that most of the time it has to do with the drawings that involve families.
Mm.
That's the ones that you really get the pushback on. But as far as the style that I use, it is completely intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer casual, non-posed, if possible. Just environmental stuff that shows, people enjoying themselves,
Mm-hmm.
not just sitting there going, "Look at me, I have a body." I mean, yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for study and stuff, and I mean, all the greats studied poses and stuff just to get muscle tone and whatnot. But outside of that, I like capturing people in action.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually showed my wife a drawing that you did with a woman. I'm not remembering her name. I think it was Rachel. You used her piece of artwork
Oh,
as inspiration.
Rachel Walker, I think maybe.
Yes,
Yes,
I believe so.
she did. She did a piece on. I linked it too. I don't know if you
Yeah.
found the link. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I sent my wife that article and your
Hmm.
blog, and she actually shared something with me I just want to share with you because I
Yeah.
thought it was a really great response. She said, "To me personally, I love seeing this type of drawing, his drawings, because I can picture myself in them, and it just feels really relatable and safe. I like that the women are different because that's how reality is. I feel like women's bodies can drastically change during pregnancy and life, and no one really prepares you for that. And I feel like a lot of women can tend to feel alone in that journey. So, this picture, when I saw, it made me feel less alone when I looked at it."
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, and that's awesome because that's really, really kind of what I want to convey for sure. Um, not everything I do is in that vein, but when I saw Rachel Walker's, or I think it's maybe not Rachel, I think it might be Karen or something, but I can't remember. It might be.
Hmm.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I was going to look it
Yeah.
up real quick just because. Can you tell me, like, when you first saw that, what was like your reaction to the piece, and what were you feeling when you were recreating it in your own way?
Um, well, I first came across the piece on Twitter, I believe. It was shared by an account that shared um, photography and art from sources, and always, and thankfully to their credit, they credited everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the large piece with the full group in a line there, it was an instant. This is what I'm about and what I want to share. And I knew right then that I wanted to draw that. And it took me about 7 or 8 major attempts to try and get that one done. I
Mm-hmm.
eventually had to do it digitally, where I drew each woman individual and figure individually, and then like kind of just resize them and put them into the picture so that it. Because anytime I tried to do it, my silly eyes just kept making everybody bigger and bigger as I went along.
Yeah, I picture like drawing one
Yeah,
person and coming over here, and it's
yeah.
like a different.
One side was like 2 inches tall, and the other side was like 8 inches tall, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
that doesn't work.
it doesn't line out.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
Um,
it was beautiful, and I was like, if only I could be a photographer of this kind of thing. But being a single male is, you really don't get a chance to break into that kind of photography.
yeah, yeah, and unfortunately, it's unfortunate that that's the case because
Yeah.
there's a lot of creative, good people, good artists that are on the level that would really benefit the rest of society to
Hmm.
share their art. And I found her name, Sarah Hester.
Oh, Sarah Hester,
The
that's right.
piece was called "Naked in the Woods."
Yes.
Project Naked.
Walker is another photographer that I drew from. She was the one where the woman was standing with the child on her back.
Mm.
If you remember that one, yeah, that was,
There,
I think Karen Walker was her name.
yeah, there was another one that it brought back a memory of my grandma. The picture that you had was a woman and a small child standing to the left of her, and they're kind of looking at each other. And it reminded me of my family used to go to Birch Bay up in Washington State and clam. And it just took me back to this moment with my grandma when I was about 6. And I haven't thought about that for a while,
Oh
but
wow,
your
yeah,
picture really drew that out of me. So thank you.
yeah, no
That
worries.
was cool. Um, so I noticed too that you leave the faces out on that piece with the women to, and it leaving the faces out almost allows people to project themselves into the image. Was
Yeah,
that
there's
done
a
on purpose?
there's a couple of reasons. Number one is because I do drawings of people in that I know in real life that would rather be anonymous. So that's one of the reasons there. And then the other reason is because anytime I tried to put a face in, I found it just detracted from the image overall.
Interesting.
Photography is fine, but I'm not a detail-oriented drawer. And so if I have to go into detail and get the noses and eyes and stuff right, it just feels off to me.
Mm-hmm.
Where the faceless gives it like you said, an anonymity and a feeling of, well, this could be anybody.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. So, how did you get into social nudity or non-sex? What was your first experience?
My first experience with social nudity was on Wreck Beach. And it didn't come about until about 2006 when I was working in Vancouver for a short period. And a friend of mine, who also was my coworker with me, her and another coworker actually used to go down all the time. And I was talking to her about something, and it came up. I don't remember what. And they were like, "Well, let's go." And so we did, and had a fantastic time. And unfortunately, I had to move away from there just after that, so I didn't get very many other trips at that point. But it hooked me, and I haven't looked back since, really.
Were you nervous going like into that experience with your friends, or was it pretty calm?
With my friends, I was fine.
Okay.
The only thing I was nervous about was because I had never been down there before. I didn't know what the atmosphere was like. I was kind of nervous about it just being everybody clothed and only us being naked.
Yeah.
But as soon as I walked down there and saw what it was just instantly calm and just, okay, this is my place.
Oh, that's so cool. Uh, I'm always curious how people first get into sharing their experiences. Um, when did the Nudist Diaries first come about?
It, I can't even really remember. It wasn't that long ago, but I was really looking for a space to share my artwork and stuff that wasn't something that kept getting banned.
Yep.
And so a friend of mine, um, her significant other, he owns a web hosting company. And so we got set up on that. And so since he owns it, and I have a little more freedom for what I can post and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so that really worked out good that way. And then I started writing in it more frequently when I was going through some mental health issues
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And then once those kind of got a little better, I kind of dropped off, and now it's kind of just whenever I feel the urge.
Yeah, you come back to it.
Yeah.
Well, I've really enjoyed your writings. Just even about your life and experiences. One thing I really enjoyed is how you describe the different beaches you visited. What's been your favorite beach that you have visited?
Well, the only true naturist beach that or clothing optional is Wreck Beach. The others are all kind of local or into the various, towns or cities that I've been in. And I just kind of find places to get away from most people. And
You
just like you in hiking, you got to find your places. And
yeah. When you're looking for places, what are you specifically kind of searching out? Is it strictly clothing optional beach, or is it anywhere where you could go to a lake and strip off?
it's anywhere that I can go that I can be reasonably assured that you're not going to be surrounded by people. I don't mind, walkers by or whatever. You keep a
Mm-hmm.
cover up, yeah. Or sometimes you don't even have to cover up. Sometimes you just tell by the body language that they don't care.
Yeah, yeah, and they'll just
Or you
walk
get
by.
or you get caught, doing something else and turn around and go, "Oh, hi."
Yeah, yeah,
And I've never had anybody get upset. They've always either just either kept their eyes completely forward and just
yep,
walked on, or said hi or had a conversation. So
yeah. It's cool when you can have a conversation.
yeah,
I've only had one real negative experience with someone being upset with me. Everything else has been kind of like you. They nod and keep going.
yeah. Was it the mom, or is there
Yeah,
another?
It was the mom.
Yeah,
It was the mom with the daughter, and
yeah,
it was just so weird because she walked to the edge of this path and looked down,
yeah.
and then walked down with her daughter to confront me.
Yeah, that's
So,
just odd behavior. Like
yeah, it was
even
just
if people,
odd.
yeah, even if people don't want to see it on my beach spots and stuff that I've seen. They will just turn around and go the other way. I've had a couple of people go, "Oh, sorry," and I'm just like, "I've got a cover. You can come."
Yeah, you can go past me.
Yeah, you can go past me. It's fine. But no.
You speak about Wreck Beach actually a lot.
Yeah.
What makes Wreck Beach so unique?
Well, the atmosphere is unlike anywhere else I've ever been. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There is a second. The 3 Mile Beach in Penticton was the other clothing optional beach I'd been to, but I'd only been there once, so I'd forgotten about it. But Wreck Beach's atmosphere is still kind of old school. It's people are looking out for each other. No matter how many clothed people get down there, you still have your regulars that just refuse to change. And there's just a feeling of belonging that no other beach I've ever been on has had. Like clothing beaches you go to, you don't talk to anybody. You don't stop and chat. You're just there to focus on yourself and swim and whatever. But on Wreck, people approach you to chat just out of nowhere, and you do the same, and it's okay with just about everybody.
I love that. There's like a sense of community there.
Yeah, well, big time community.
That's super cool. And also something I read was that Wreck Beach is on a college campus or below a college?
Below, it's on a stretch of land that is kind of a plateau.
Okay.
And so on the edge of the plateau it's surrounded by a whole bunch of beachfront, and it goes from Spanish Banks all the way wrap around to, can't remember what the name of it is, but a tiny little beach where the kind of cruisers go.
Gotcha.
That's
gotcha.
where the people go when they're looking for extra.
Yeah.
If you want to put it that way.
Yep.
But it's respectful that way because it is 100% known and sectioned out specifically for that purpose, and so you don't get any cross interaction.
That's really cool. The other beach you were talking about, 3 Mile Beach.
Yeah.
That one stuck out to me when I was reading through your blog, because I used to work in the Okanagan Valley delivering medical equipment up to the border there.
Oh, okay.
And so when I read 3 Mile Beach, I'm like, Okanagan, that sounds so familiar. So yeah, I was right there.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that the Okanagan goes down as far as into the U.S.
It's wild that it dips down into Washington State there.
Mm-hmm.
What are the differences to you between like 3 Mile Beach and Wreck Beach?
Well, I've only been to 3 Mile once, but from what I saw on 3 Mile, it's much more a nude place more than clothing optional. Mm-hmm. Smaller crowd, obviously. You don't get the college kids coming down and destroying the mood most of the time. But in a lot of ways, it's very similar. They have a group of people, ambassadors they call them, that work with the city of Penticton to keep it a safe and respectful place. So that told me right there that you're not going to have to worry about running into cruisers or people that are misbehaving, at least as long as an ambassador is there.
Yeah. How long has the ambassador program been going? Do you know?
I don't know. I think he did say, but I don't remember exactly. It could be 3 to 5 years or so.
Okay, it's so interesting. I feel like that's a good. What am I trying to say? That's a good compromise.
Yeah.
A good approach.
Yeah, a good approach too. Yeah.
Lake Tahoe is a similar volunteer program that goes down to the beach and cleans up and just makes sure that no one's doing anything they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Which I think is good.
Wreck Beach also has people like that, but it's not an official. Wreck Beach Preservation Society was set up for that purpose, but they've kind of fallen by the wayside after their main director retired.
Interesting.
And the replacements just don't seem to be doing the job they need to be doing.
That's unfortunate.
But of course, I'm leaving, so I don't have the time or energy to get in there and then not be there anymore.
Yeah. Are you going somewhere?
I will
Um,
I will be moving close to 3 Mile Beach. So
oh, right on.
yeah, that's kind of why I scouted that area out.
That's awesome.
And most likely we'll be trying to get on that ambassador program as well, because the more you have down there, the better.
Absolutely. If you end up getting on that ambassador program, hit me up. I would
Yeah,
love to hear more about it. It seems like an interesting program.
yeah, it really does. I really
Um,
like that the city of Penticton is involved, so that
yeah, it's really unique.
yeah,
Is Canada's attitude towards public nudity, what's that like?
it's mixed.
Okay.
It really depends on where you are. The more liberal centric area like ours in Vancouver and the Okanagan and stuff, although the Okanagan is getting a little more conservative these days, but
Mm,
it is a little more open and accepting, but not in terms of, being openly nude in front of people. Just, people are like, well, just keep it to yourself kind of thing.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, but in places like, and I know Toronto's pretty good. Toronto has their own nude beach as well. Um, but the middle of Canada, Alberta to Manitoba,
Hmm.
forget it. You're
Oh,
either you're
interesting.
either hiding somewhere or getting in trouble,
Okay.
basically.
And so you can I'm just getting in trouble, you like get arrested or a ticket or something.
You you'd probably get ticketed first or warned even
Okay.
first. So it's not like super trouble, but the attitudes of people are going to you'll probably get
Gotcha.
reported more often than you would in, say,
Okay, I
where I
see.
live,
Yeah.
where people will see you turn around and go, ugh, whatever.
There's a
They'd
naked
be,
guy in here.
yeah, they'd be like, think of the children, but
Oh my
I'm a
god.
I'm 17 miles away from any
Yeah,
civilization. What children?
exactly. What
And
are you
even then,
talking about?
but even then, like, just teach your kids not to care.
Exactly. Exactly. This
It's
should be a
easy.
non-issue.
And it is with people that you raise to be a non-issue, but
Yeah. Um, just to talk about etiquette on nude beaches,
mhm.
for someone visiting their first nude beach, what are a few etiquette things that you wish people would know before going to like a Canadian nude beach or any nude beach, really?
uh, Number one, prepare yourself beforehand. Um, unless you're out on a hike and stumble upon one, which you can't really help. If you know you're going to a nude beach, read about it, research, do
Hmm.
your homework, because there's nothing I can really say to anybody that hasn't done that, that won't just automatically do something out of pure instinct, basically.
Hmm.
Um, because you get a lot of people that come down that Rec's not so. I mean, most people. I think the vast majority of people that go first time to Rec know where they're going and what they're getting into. Not everybody though.
Hmm.
And so those people you find they're the ones that come walking down the stairs and then stop dead.
Where are we?
Yeah. And you can tell there's
Yep.
no comfort, there's no casual. They're like wide-eyed and looking around or head down, trying
Yeah.
not to look anywhere. And then you get the odd person that stares, and those type, usually you have somebody that will get up and walk around over. They don't say anything. They'll just walk by them 3 or 4 times and just go, "Yep, I'm here." And that usually cures the
God.
staring.
It's so weird. And it's really, I guess, societal that people are hung up on nudity.
Yeah.
But even I took my mom to Tank Verde Falls and she stripped off and was swimming. And a guy, fully clothed, walked down, took out his cell phone and was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for service.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, go away. We
Um,
don't want that here."
we have had cell phones end up in the ocean on wreck.
Yeah,
That's because people don't put up with that shit.
good.
If they see you recording and you're not recording in a etiquette manner, like not pointed at anybody,
Yeah,
keeping it out into the ocean, or selfies, you can do the point at the sky and look down on yourself kind of thing.
yeah. Being careful
Yeah, being
who and
careful
what's
what is
behind
in
you.
your background. Um,
Absolutely.
but if somebody has any kind of iffy, a person's going to go over there and go, "Give me your cell phone. I want to see what you've been
Yeah.
taking a picture." And if there's something that shouldn't be on there, it gets
Oh
checked.
man, these places should feel safe for
Yeah,
people to come and hang out.
yeah. So
Um, Is there anything specific that you'd like to talk about or share that I didn't bring up before we kind of wrap up today?
Not really. Just the fact that a message that I really kind of want to get out there for people is to try and like I've noticed a lot online, especially online. In person, it's not so much of a problem, but online, people are starting to get too caught up in the performative, in the cliches, this will happen, this is going to happen, and I would like people to really stop and consider and think about what naturism or nudism would mean to them as a person, not as a lifestyle, not as a event or or an activity, but as a person. And try and get away from that culture that's kind of growing online right now, where these heroes are starting to show up, heroes of nudism, these influencers that do nothing but just post just some of the most useless dreck I've seen in a long time. And you don't get a sense of belonging that way. And I just like, that's why I was attracted to your podcast so much, is because you got away from that stuff. I mean, you ask the questions and stuff, but your conversations are just so real.
Thank you.
And that last one with your friend Robert, oh my God, I think I was in tears for the last half.
Oh man.
I've never seen two people just be so comfortable with each other and be so not far apart on certain issues, but have different interests with the same interests.
Yeah, exactly.
And just be able to sit there and go, yeah, it's not for me, but I love that you do it. And
he's a good man.
Yeah, you just don't see that a lot.
Yeah, we have worked together on understanding each other, and we've been on a lot of adventures together, and it's cool meeting someone that is open to, that's not for me, but I'll support you in your choice.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Thankfully, I've got a couple of friends like that in my life too. So
Those
it really
needed.
It just really resonated.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
All the links to your profile or Nudist Diaries will be in the show notes. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your outlook on naturism and non-sexual nudity and the way that you're showing up online, because I think the world needs more of that.
Yeah. Well,
and more realness.
Just some genuine, I don't know what, like genuine nudity.
yeah. Just real regular people.
Real regular people. Yeah, exactly. And
just living life.
Yeah. Not trying too hard, but also, not sitting back and not trying either.
Yeah. Because if you sit back and do nothing, then stuff gets eroded, and then it gets to a point where we can't, do any change. Yeah.
And so that's kind of my mission is to be a voice out there, but not to be so in your face and stuff that it turns people away either. So,
well, I think you're doing a great job, and I hope a lot of people come check out your artwork and your blog, because I thought it was badass. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for coming on the podcast today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's the end of the episode. Edward, thank you for coming on and sharing your story, your perspective, and your work. If you want to check out more of what Edward is doing, you can find the Nudist Diaries, and all the links we spoke about will be in the show notes. Normalizing nudity in our outdoor spaces comes through participation, open conversation, and creative expressions like the artwork we talked about today. That's how we start changing the conversation around nudity as a whole. Until next time, get naked, be free, and be kind. See ya!